Dude, where's all of our apps?
Oh yeah, I deleted them.
You did what?
I deleted the apps on our phone.
What? Why would you do that?
Dude, calm down. It's not the end of the world.
It is the end of the world.
No, it's not. Here, have a seat. I'll bring you up to speed.
Okay, I feel like you're overreacting just a little bit.
You do realize this is the 21st century, right?
Yeah. The long and short of it is, this is gonna save us so much time. I mean, think of how much more productive we're gonna be.
Please enlighten me.
Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed or not, but whenever you have downtime, you just kind of open your phone and find something to do on it. Like there's always something, like it's Messenger or email or social media or something.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll open it before you even realize it. And like, it's like your muscle memory just knows how to do the function and just does it. A lot of times we go on our phones to, do good things, respond to messages, check email, things that need to be done. But while we're on there, the other things kind of catch our attention and they kind of, suck us in. And then you end up goofing off and wasting time on those things because, hey, they're already open. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there really starts to add up after a while. Like, the majority of the population spends, hours on their phone, and they don't do that, all in these massive chunks a lot of times. They usually spend it in, little chunks here and there, but it's just spread out so wide that it's hard to notice that you're spending that much time on it.
Yeah, but there's some things you need to use apps for. They're not all time wasters.
Precisely, which is why I didn't delete the apps like from the entire phone. I just removed them from the homepage. So now if you want to use an app, you just swipe down, search for it, and then hit enter. Bam, there you go. It automatically opens the app for you. Like seriously, when you get used to it, it's just as fast as, swiping through 4 pages of apps, trying to find the one that looks right. Now the apps that you use on like a daily basis, those need to be kept within reach as long as they're not like time vacuums. The way I figured this out was I deleted all the apps except the ones that I knew that I used on a daily basis. Messaging apps, email, things like that you use on a pretty common basis, and they're not like time wasters. You're not gonna get sucked into them. And since your fun little, freak out session you had this morning, I've decided to put back on eBay and Google Maps, because eBay, if I sell something, I need to see that notification on there saying that something sold, and Google Maps, because I use it almost every day. The apps that are a necessity and that we use on a day-to-day basis need to be kept within reach. That way it saves you time. This doesn't include Instagram.
So how do you find out if an app is necessity?
Well, if you find yourself, searching for that specific app, once or twice a day, and it's something worthwhile, not a time waster, just add it back to the homepage. Piece of cake. The principle for this came from the idea that, we need to use our phones, not our phones use us. And the truth of the matter is, seriously, the majority of people only use maybe 5 to 7 apps on a day-to-day basis that are actually necessity, that they don't go on and just, use for dopamine hits and to waste time.
Is social media really that bad?
Okay, to be clear, social media does not have your best interest in mind, because they get paid the longer you stay on it. So their motivation is going to be pretty clear here. But I'm not saying that social media is wrong, that we should never go on it. That's why I didn't completely delete it, because I think that's a little excessive. It's not a bad thing to go on social media. We just want to prevent the habit from kicking in and just being pull out your phone, boom, Instagram. And that's why I made it so that you actually have to search for it. It makes it so that you can't just mindlessly open that app. You have to be like, okay, what was that thing called again? And then you type it in, oh, misspelled it, whoops, that sort of thing. Once you do this, you'll pull out your phone so many times and just be like, wait a minute. Because you'll catch yourself, because you'll automatically go to do that thing, TikTok or scrolling through your photos or whatever that thing that you naturally turn to. You'll find that you just pull out your phone and you try to do that thing and it's not there anymore, and it makes you go, wait a minute. And it kind of snaps you into reality. I caught myself so many times, it actually scared me, because I was like, wow, I caught myself probably close to 10 or 15 times the first day I did it, because I was just pulling out my phone and checking. That's 10 or 15 times that I completely pulled my phone out, completely automated, never thought about it, and boom, I tried to open something to waste time on or distract me or whatever. Every time that would happen, it would kind of a little jolt of whoa, and it would actually make me engage with my surroundings a little bit more. I couldn't rely on my phone when there's an awkward pause, or whenever I was bored, or whenever I was supposed to be reading something profitable. I couldn't rely on that anymore. It wasn't there. Well, it was, but I had to go out of my way to get it. The other thing is, man, it is so nice to open your phone without seeing 47 bubbles there with all your notifications. Man, It's ridiculous. I'm a huge fan that physical clutter makes mental clutter. And since I use my phone so much, like making it just a sleek, simple design and user-friendly without being bombarded, oh my goodness, like it just freed, it just felt like my mind was so much clearer. Like I went on my phone with a purpose and I knew what I was doing and I knew when I was done and I got off. Like it was just so much better. What do you do if you can't remember what an app is called? If you can't remember what an app is called, then you probably don't use it often enough. But, some apps have really, really weird names. So, I say we just make a folder called, weird names or something and just dump all those apps in there. And it's not so much about, remove all the apps. It's more like, there's certain apps that are for sure time wasters that you will get sucked into, and at least removing those. Seriously, like after a week, you'll believe me, I promise.
We'll see.
Bro, not gonna lie, this is actually kind of awesome. I thought I'd constantly be searching for stuff, but I don't. I just don't even use this stuff anymore.
I know, right? It's not nearly as hard as people think.
There's literally no distractions. I get so much more work done.
You never check social media anymore?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I mean, but it's just that extra step, that extra step of searching for it creates just enough blockage that it just prevents me from automatically doing it. I don't mind checking social media as long as I'm mindful about how I'm spending my time.
Man, imagine if everybody did this.
I know, dude, that would be insanely awesome. Seriously, people would be so much happier. I mean, there's a reason why we're the loneliest culture in the world.
Exactly. And it really comes back to what people are willing to do to make themselves better. I mean, for most people, this is way too drastic of a change, and it's just easier to stay where they're at, even if the consequences are harmful.
Man, that's sad.
I know, but it is what it is. And it might not be for everybody, but even if it can help one person, then it'd be worth it.